What are you waiting for?
Come join the Geek Drums Nation. What is up, guys? Welcome to today's video. Welcome to another video on Creature Commandos. Now, please forgive me. I am 2 weeks behind with my reviews, but I mean, hey, I can catch up all in one video. So before we do that, if you are new here, please like this video, share it around for your friends, and hit that subscribe button. Guys, I'm trying to hit at least 2K at the top of this year, guys. I'm trying to grow my YouTube more. I promise I will be way more active than just doing my live streams. I'm going to be posting more weekly videos, but being a father, being a working musician, and having a regular 9 to 5 is, you know, strenuous work, and a brother gotta sleep. So like I said, like, share, and subscribe. Help me get this monetization back, and yeah, I'll keep the good content coming. Creature Commandos episodes 5 and 6, 5 being entitled The Iron Pot, 6 being entitled, how do you even say that? Prietel Skeleton.
You serious?
I mean, I guess that's how you could say it. I don't know, but yes, guys, these were two very excellent episodes. Me personally, and a lot of other my friends, Creature Commandos has not missed one episode yet, and yeah, it's some good stuff. So I'm sorry, guys. The Iron Pot, episode 5, The Iron Pot. It focused on Eric Frankenstein's monster, whatever you want to call him. It focused on him for the most part, his backstory, learning what he did after he killed Victor Frankenstein, and you know his whole crash out. After all of that, we learned that he lived with a old gypsy woman, and yeah, he does end up killing her because he won't leave her alone. He doesn't want to leave her alone, if you get what I mean. As we know, yeah, Eric's not all there. Like, he's a hopeless romantic, but he doesn't quite get it. He knows a lot about films and movies, but he doesn't really understand them as much as he thinks he does. Yeah, he's kind of he's nuts, and not in a good way. He's just, he's a he's a crash out monster, if I could say it that way. Yeah. And David Harbour is playing this role like I can't imagine anybody else voicing Eric, just because David Harbour is doing such a fantastic job. But in this episode, we do see that he is still running around with Rick Flag. They are going to check out the professor, who basically validated Cersei's vision. We find out that the real professor is dead, and this one is none other than Clayface, who has taken over her life. I mean, I got a clear giveaway that this wasn't the real professor in the first place. When they were watching her/him in the classroom, she was flirting with the students, a young female student. I don't think the professor would do that. I mean, she wasn't even really acting like the professor. But clearly, Clayface was hired by Cersei to corroborate her story about what's really going on, because she has a reason for wanting the princess off the board. And yes, her visions, her premonitions she can make stuff happen. Cersei is basically a witch, so she can make stuff happen. So we see that Flag and Eric are sneaking around through Clayface's house, or the professor's house that Clayface is living in. Clayface eventually does come home. Well, when he does, they're trying to sneak around. He starts playing Xbox Mortal Kombat 1, which is freaking hilarious. I love how they're throwing in the real world stuff. But in doing so, they do get caught by Clayface. And yeah, this Clayface is super OP. I love it. I cannot wait to see this iteration in live action. But yeah, he almost he basically kills Flag. Like, Flag's badly injured. His back is broken. Frankenstein is not any type of help. I mean, he does eventually, just basically touch an electrical socket to blast Clayface apart. But we know that's not the end of Clayface. He yeah, he doesn't really he doesn't really help, but he is the one that we find out in episode 6 did in fact drop off Rick to the emergency room, where we see Amanda and John Economos show up, and they find out everything that's happening, everything's with them. Amanda really does look concerned, but this is Amanda Waller. The only reason she's really concerned is because she wants to keep Frankenstein from getting to however you pronounce that country, from getting to where the princess is, to stop the Commandos from, he's gonna get there. He could throw off the whole plan to assassinate the princess, because yes, she still believes what Cersei says. She doesn't want to take that chance. We all know how Amanda Waller is. Even John Economos was like, you can't stop for a second and think that maybe Cersei's vision isn't the set in stone future. But we know how Amanda is, and we do see Rick laid up in that hospital bed. He is very much broken. Like, I commend him for trying to take on Clayface, but no. But before all of that does happen, in episode 5, Rick does get through to the princess. Rick does warn the princess, and she warns her guard, the Sergei. Rest in peace. Thanks to Dr. Phosphorus. We see Dr. Phosphorus do some amazing stuff in that episode. But at the end of episode 5, they are on the run from the Royal Guard. They kill a lot of them. They really do kill a lot of them. And there is some great action set pieces in that. Like, Nina doesn't do any killing, but mainly Dr. Phosphorus and the bride. And Weasel is just running around somewhere being Weasel. So they're all split off, and that's where we pick up episode 6. We get Dr. Phosphorus's, we get his backstory. And guys, it's a doozy. It's a doozy. We find out that his whole family was murdered by Rupert Thorne and his gang. Like, he came home to find them brutally mutilated, and they rubbed his hands in it. Like, they put his prints on the murder weapon, and then they tried to burn the man alive because he was doing research from them, but was withholding, secrets from that research. You don't do that. His wife tried to warn him. He did not listen to his wife. I mean, it's very tragic. And then when he is irradiated, it does not kill him. So he eventually, when he gets out of that thing, he kills Rupert Thorne's entire family. He goes after every single one of the henchmen that was there that night when the accident did happen, which was crazy, but rightfully so. Hurt people. And yeah, he was hurt. So we see all of that go down. He takes over Rupert Thorne's entire organization, becomes Dr. Phosphorus, becomes a kingpin, has his own gang. Like, he's wearing like pimp clothes and stuff. It's crazy. But guess who stops him? We get a silhouette of the Batman, of the DCU Batman. No, it's not Robert Pattinson. That Batman is too thick. And yes, I know what James Gunn said, but me personally, and a lot of my friends, I will never ever think that Robert Pattinson will be the DCU Batman. This will be a completely different Batman, one powerful enough to take out Dr. Phosphorus, because we see Dr. Phosphorus heat himself up enough to put his hand through people's faces to, basically he can control his body enough to take off clothes. But if you touch him, he was burning Rick Flag without actually trying to kill him. So how OP is this Batman? Like, let's be legit. How OP is this Batman gonna be? I can't wait to find out. But yes, we find out that's how he got captured. In this episode, we do see the other creature commandos, the other monsters running around. Nina ends up meeting up with the bride. They end up in a brothel. Two jerks walk into the brothel. The older lady, the woman in charge, basically, she reads bride for her filth, rightfully so, because the bride was trying to judge them. But yeah, the bride ends up saving one of the young ladies from two drunk jerks that walked in there. One happened to be a meta, and that was a great fight to see as well. So yeah, Nina and the bride were handling that. Dr. Phosphorus was having, flashbacks because he snuck into a house. He seen they had a kid. He had a flashback. That's where we get the whole flashback with his entire origin or whatever. And yeah, he's sitting there, and you think that he's gonna kill the kid. Like, he says, like, I really wish you hadn't come downstairs. He pours her some cereal and everything. Like, he's having a real touching moment, because she's like, skeleton, all that sweet, cute stuff. She's innocent. She has no idea that she's in front of a homicidal maniac. But yeah, he does not kill her. I mean, when we hear the scream, when the parents upstairs in the bed, it's a scream because she's getting thrown in the air. She's happy. So he's playing with her, and he says, put me in the direction of the castle. We see that's when they all meet back up Weasel is playing with a pack of wolves, which was freaking hilarious. He has a dream. He sees the princess. I honestly think that he thinks the princess is the little girl that got killed that he tried to save, because they do honestly look alike. And guys, we're going into the season finale. We know we do have season 2 coming up, but we're going into the season finale this week. So I cannot wait to see how this whole story culminates and how it leads us into Superman 2025, which is out this year, July 11th. I'm so excited. Let me know what you think down below of these past 2 episodes, guys. And I'll catch you all tomorrow for Party Nation. We are back officially, and I'm so excited. So yeah, catch you all next time.